Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, I got a new shop light here. As many of you know, I'm doing a bunch of stuff in my garage. I'll be having some update videos coming out about that, or they may have already come out, depending on when you watch this. What I got here is Lights of America 240 bright white LEDs. It's an LED light. And I got to looking at it, and to get the T12s like I have it sitting under right now, they're basically phasing those completely out. You can still get them at like Walmart and things like that, but as you can maybe hear, they buzz and they don't give out a ton of light, and they're just old technology that uses up a lot of electricity. Now I went and I looked at the T8 ones, and I could get at Walmart a T8 fixture for like around $11, and then you have to buy the lights for them, which by the time I was all said and done, I could have probably bought 2 of those fixtures with lights for about the same price as this LED one that they had there. This one was, I believe, 34 something. I don't know exactly what I paid for it. I apologize, because I know I talk about things a lot and I don't remember exactly what I pay for them, but they're within a couple bucks of that. Anyway, and it comes with the lights already in it, the LED lights already in it, so I don't have to buy those. And the bigger thing, the reason why I'm doing it, actually a couple things. One, still uses a lot less electricity, therefore my power bill goes down when I start using things like this. I believe that the LEDs are quite a bit brighter even. We'll test it right now. Like I said, you're underneath some old T12 bulbs. Admittedly, they're very old. There goes my heat. But according to this, it's equivalent to 40 watts, 4,500 lumens, 50,000 hour rated life. That's the second reason. These are supposedly going to last a lot longer than I know the T12s, because I've been going through the T12s. That's another reason why I'm going to start upgrading to these, is the bulbs are burning out within a year's time. I think part of that is that these fixtures are fairly old and they're just burning them out. So anyhow, this should last longer than even the T8s, and definitely longer than the T12 bulbs. And quite honestly, the price wasn't that much more for hopefully what this will save, both in electricity and what it cost me to buy bulbs. In a fairly, it'll take a while, but if I don't have to deal with them after I put them up, that's great. Now I looked online and they're equivalent prices for some of these. But quite honestly, most of the T8 ones were pretty close to this price. The actual LED ones were, 50, 60 bucks at the cheapest ones I could find. So for I don't remember if it was $34 or $39. I believe it was 34. All said and done with tax, I think it was around $34, if I remember correctly. Anyhow, save some money there, I believe, in the long run, admittedly, but we'll save money one way or another. Alright, something I want to throw in here, if you choose to buy the light, is this right here. Assembled in USA with foreign and domestic materials. So what I gather from that is they have a shop somewhere where a bunch of supposedly US citizens assemble these from parts that are brought over from Japan. Now you can choose whether or not that's good, bad, or otherwise, but I will tell you now, that is just the way it's going to be. I do not like the whole Lights of America and made in the USA and blah 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 stuff. That kind of annoys me as far as their scheming of trying to make you think this is an American made product. But I will say, yet again, this is the way things are going. So you can choose to like it or not. This is the way they're going to do it. It doesn't matter what product you buy. There are probably a lot of them this way now, even if they don't admit to it. And they are at least hiring some people from the United States. It is giving a job to somebody. So yet again, you can choose to like it or not. My opinion, I don't really like it, but it is giving a job to somebody. It's pretty well ready to plug in and turn on. It comes with a plug-in, and it also has a pull chain, so you can turn it off and on with just this one off and on, which I kind of like. If I update to all of these, if I'm not using a light somewhere, I can also pull these off, which right there saves you money. It comes with the instructions, warnings. There was a couple things in the cautions that I was actually I remember being a little surprised about. I'll have to read that again. So you might want to read through those just to make sure. And then the hardware to hang it up on the ceiling. Now that's something I don't like. It does appear that this is not something I can just hang directly to the ceiling. You have to use the chains. I don't really like having chains and things hanging down because I tend to forget about them and smack into them. Yet another thing about this actually is these are like a plastic cover over the top of the LEDs, and they're supposed to be so you don't break them if you do run into them. So another way to save a little bit of money. I'm always knocking these things out of the ceiling. It seems like I've gotten more used to it over the years, but now that I've moved them again, I'll probably do it again. So anyway, these are pretty much just plug and play, as long as you have some sort of a plug-in near it. It does talk about using extension cords, what to do and not to do in this. Hopefully the extension cord on this will be long enough. Alright, well, I about had my first fiasco here. I went to hang these, and the way I'm hanging them, I'm kind of hanging it so the chain's going out this way, not in this way. I don't know. I didn't notice if it said what way to do that. But when I went to pull it up, it slipped off the end of the hook here, and it was open like that. Let's see if I can get you to focus here. It was open like that. So what I did is I just took my Leatherman right there and I cinched those closed. So now it's good and tight on there, and hopefully we won't have any problems. Luckily I didn't get it very far before one of the chains slipped off, so it didn't fall too far. And I'm going to put this as close to the ceiling as I can get it. I didn't see anything that said minimum distance or anything like that, so I'm going to put it kind of where I want it and hope I don't have any problems in the end. And I do see I'm going to actually turn these in a little bit here because it doesn't want to pull the other way. So alright, now shouldn't be any problems pulling on that. It's plenty sturdy. Like I said, I don't really like having it swinging up there, but hopefully that'll work. And then we'll have to take and I'll like they say, they want you to use these zip ties, but they'll just do it right now. Now I'm going to use the zip tie over here. I'm actually going to just zip tie it to the area where the chain's hooked at. It's hooked into the ceiling there, a little thing. And I'll cut that off later. I will also take and probably, I might just zip tie the rest of this chain up out of the way, actually, is what I might end up doing. Just hook it that way, because this is probably not a permanent mounting situation right here, right now. I'm just kind of getting my shop put where I want it right now, and I got a lot more to do, so. And I am planning on buying more of these if I like them. So I'm gonna consider this not really a permanent situation at the time. But that's something nice about these. You can take them down, put them up anywhere you want, and it's fairly simple. What we'll do is build the plug-in for it here. Now, if you want to know how to do this, as you can see, this is actually the plug-in from my how to fix an extension cord video, but I also have a video on making a homemade extension cord. So go check out that video if you want to learn how to take a box and a chunk of extension cord, which for those of you who think I'm ruining an extension cord, both ends have been repaired on this, and there's a couple areas, or three probably, where I've nicked it or something abraded it, and I had to tape it up with some not duct tape, but electrical tape. This cord is past its prime as far as just being everyday used, and I really don't use it that much anymore because of that. So I've been little by little, I'll chop it up. Actually, this is the first time I've used this one. The ones I use for my other ones and my other videos are actually some free stuff I got in a box that didn't have any ends on it, so I just grabbed it because I use it for this kind of stuff. But so far I've cut the end off that I need with the plug-in, and then I'm going to take this box and I'm going to put a plug like this in it. So like I said, go check out my video if you want to learn how to do this. We're all done here. It's a very easy install. Highly recommend it if you're kind of a DIYer that doesn't want to do a lot of electrical stuff, because really all you have to do is hang that, plug that in, and use that thing hanging down there as a switch. Me on the other hand, I'm doing a little differently. I'm plugging it into this, which daisy chains up to that and over, and that right there is controlled by a switch on the wall. Now this is where I say, if you do anything I do and hurt yourself, I'm not responsible as usual. If you don't like the way I'm doing it, don't do it. Window shadow there, you probably won't be able to hardly see anything, but here we go. We'll flip it on. Bam. That one just barely came up. It's probably hard to tell, but on the ground here you can see a ton of light, because I realize the window's there, so you're thinking there's a lot of light from that window, but really it's actually a pretty gloomy day out. So there's what it looks like under the floor there. Alright, and it is now 10 o'clock at night, and the first thing you'll notice is these lights are flickering. If you'll notice that in the camera, I don't know if you can. Second thing you'll notice is between the two lights, even though yeah, one of them doesn't have both light bulbs in it, that's the light you get from that. Now if we turn around, and I'm hoping this camera will work because it does automatically kind of adjust light. There is the LED light, the one, and look at how much brighter that is. There's no light over in this area. In between that one and the LED, there's just nothing in here. So it's a little darker here, but still even the light from that shines clear over into here. But you can really tell a difference in the brightness just on the floor there. Anyhow, I thought I would do this at night so you could see it a little better. I was having trouble with the light coming through the window there, so it's night and day difference as far as the lights are concerned. These are kind of more yellowy, which granted the walls are also old and yellow as to where the walls over here are cleaner and brighter because it's newer sheetrock, but it really is a lot brighter. So far I'm pretty happy with them. Now I've only been using them for excuse me, a couple days now, so as far as quality, you know, I still can't say anything. I do think that they seem like they're pretty solid lights for the price, and definitely brighter. I will definitely be buying some more of those if these last. Alright, this is Sam, Jack of all, Master of none. You all have a good one.